It's a serious subject. Creativity is an addiction. We live for it. We crave it. We hate it when it wakes us up in the middle of the night. We don't know what to do with it when you're not in the mood for it. Creativity is an addiction. Learn to build a relationship with it. Unplugged, because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally Uncut, because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. Hurricane Ida has come ashore in Louisiana and will trek across the southern skies over the next few days. You would never know the potential troubles that have been placed inside the forecast. The calm in the air has turned the lake into the perfect reflection of all living things. It's the presence of Christ as it comes to life in each shape and size. While we pray for the millions affected by Ida in Louisiana, then Mississippi, and soon others, the realignment of our atmosphere continues to shift in ways that make it an uneven ride through history. As much proof as we have with this thing called the global effect, there's still way too much distance between the human ego and the acceptance of being tiny compared to the rest of the other things on this planet. Human loss just doesn't seem to be an important factor. From out of nowhere, communities are rebuilt. So where does the money come from? And what if one day it dries up? The only thing that we'll have is what? Inside my heart, when I was preparing to read this, the first thing that came to my mind, I'm going to read that sentence again, and I'm going to share that thought. The only thing we'll have is each other. The only thing that we'll have is a loving God and universe. The only thing that we'll have is what we've got in our moment of now. We are in a place where things are changing so quickly that I often wonder if you're prepared for what's ahead of you. The different changes and the challenges, from snowstorms that are building on mountaintops to more hurricanes to the coronavirus. I mean, it's the Omicron now. What's next? They're saying there's a thing out there called the Deltacron, which is a combination of Delta and the Omicron. And of course, science is going, no, that's not a fact. But are you prepared? The only thing we have is what? There's a new movie coming out. It's called Cyrano. And in this movie, 3/4 all the way through it, this is not a spoiler, but they sing a song. And that song is about heaven is where I fall. Until you experience that moment, I could ask you all day and you would say, heaven does not exist. Heaven is up there. Heaven is in here. But in this movie, we are convinced that heaven is where we fall. The only thing that we have is what? What are you doing to prepare your mind, body, and soul? What are you doing to get your head in the right place? Or are you like me? I'm very guilty of this. I've tried desperately to run away from where we presently stand because I want to get back to the same new normal as everybody else. But the thing is that I've been leaving breadcrumbs by way of daily writing and or doing the defrag journal, where I am blunt and truth-filled with the self that I am. And when I go back to read it in the days after, it helps me understand who I am. The only thing that we have might be ourself. I'm Arroe. These are not my words. These are the lyrics from Billy's Forest.